Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Steve and I want to talk a little bit about my retirement. Having a retirement plan is awesome. Most people, if you ask them, they say, yeah, I got a plan. And some people say, I have no plan. And some will tell you, I got a plan, but it's not quite working. You kind of got to have a plan, at least that's what I think. But like everything else, the best plan can be completely changed and with just a few things. Retirement plans can be changed with health issues for yourself or your family. The economy can definitely change your retirement plan, sometimes for the good and sometimes for the bad. I've kind of seen it go both ways. Your financial needs obviously can change your retirement plan. Unexpected expenses, that can make a big difference. As in unexpected windfall of money, that could change it. Also, unexpected opportunities, something come along that you just didn't think about. I had a pretty good plan, at least I thought I did. My plan was to be debt free, and I was on track to get that done. I wanted to have significant savings and investments, and I wanted to retire at 59 and a half. That way I could avoid the 10% penalty in taking distributions from my 401k. And it was a good plan. It really was, and it was working well. It had it up and down like everything else, but it worked good until it didn't. I spent 27 years in emergency services, and I had decided to ride it out, and stick to my plan. Well, in November of 2019, I had one of those unexpected opportunities. I had the opportunity to retire early. Hadn't even given it any thought before that. Hey, I had a plan. I thought about it, and I thought, you know what? I can make this work. That's a pretty good idea. So at the end of November in 2019, I took early retirement. And it was a good idea. However, the timing was terrible. I don't know if it could have been worse. I didn't think about the fact that I was retiring in November, the end of November, which meant that I was going to be freshly retired through the winter. Winters, in North Carolina, it can be rough. I mean, it can be not bad, but it can be rough. And it's difficult to get outside and do a lot of things, and I'm an outside kind of guy. I also could not and did not anticipate that COVID was going to hit right around November, December of 2019. So between COVID and a bad winter, I wound up spending 4 months sitting inside the house. I can tell you, after that 4 months of sitting around inside the house, not being able to get out and do anything, I was not a happy camper, and I was thinking I have made a huge, huge mistake. So with that said, I decided I'm going to go back to work. So I reached out to some friends, and I wound up going back to work full-time April 1st of 2020. I stayed within the emergency services circle, but I went to a different division. I got a job that had very little stress, and I already knew most of the ins and outs of the job and the people there, and there wasn't much to learn. My previous job in emergency services, I was in upper level management, and there was a lot of stress, a lot of tough decisions to make, a lot of people to manage, I didn't want any of that anymore, so this job was perfect. I had just a few things that I had to do, and that was my job. And it was easy, and I could go to work, do my job, and go home and just be happy as a clam. Sometime around October, my back started hurting. And it wasn't just the back, it was my leg, some numbness in the leg. And I had been down that road before, and I knew exactly what that meant. I'd already had 3 spinal fusion surgeries, so I knew exactly what it meant. It meant that I had another compromised disc and a nerve that was being impinged. And I also knew the only way to fix it was with surgery, or the only ultimate way to fix it is surgery. Went to the doctor. Doctor agreed. He said, yep, got to put in some more screws, plates to fix it. And he said, you're done with physical labor. He said, you're not going to be able to pick up any more 100-pound oxygen cylinders. You're not picking up any more 150, 250-pound people. He said, all that's over. You're done. So, based on his recommendation and our discussions, I terminated my position with Emergency Services December the 30th of 2020. I wound up working for him for 9 months. I had the fusion surgery in March of 2021, and about 7 weeks later, Alina was able to procure her job or another job at the beach where she could continue her retirement. And the end of April, we moved to the beach. That was part of our original retirement plan. It was that I would retire, she would retire, and we were going to move to the coast. At least part of it was going as expected. I ended up retiring a little over a year early, but probably about $50,000 or so less than what I had planned on having. And that's obviously dependent upon how the investments were going to work and so forth. Either way, that's what we did. My whole point about this video is, as you look towards your retirement, or if you're in your retirement, expect for things to affect your plan. Some of them are going to be good, have a positive effect. Some of them are going to have a negative effect. Try to have a contingency plan for those negatives and be happy about the positives. Keep up with your plan, update your plan, because everything's always changing. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you found this video beneficial, then consider hitting the subscribe. That way you can keep up with our videos that are coming out. Like and share if you know anybody that might enjoy it. Thanks again. Have a great day.